Hey guys, this is John from C John Run, and today I want to do my top 10 pieces of advice that I could give to new runners. Number one, hydration. Now I know we all know hydration is extremely important, but we all have to really think about how much water we need and how much water we don't need. Don't want to overhydrate. We don't want to have that happen because it can be just as bad as dehydration. But keep in mind it is something that's extremely important to think about. I mean, last year I went out on a run. I went on a 17-mile run during a nice cool day. It might have been high 60s, but it was extremely high humidity. I didn't drink enough. Didn't know I didn't drink enough. I felt a little weird at the end of it, but nothing out of the ordinary. Came back, took a shower, got out of the shower, went to go to the bathroom, and peed blood. It was extremely scary. I didn't know this was happening to me. I went to the doctor, and they said that I was extremely dehydrated. I had no idea at all. They put two IV bags through me, and I was fine. Luckily, that I didn't do any damage to my kidneys or anything else, so keep it in mind. Number two, take care of your feet. You really need to take care of your feet. That means cutting the toenails. You don't need talons. You don't need talons. Nobody needs that. You're not climbing trees. I hear so many new runners will go run a half marathon for the first time and talk about toenails falling off. To me, that is insane. I've never had a toenail even be damaged for anything less than a 50-miler, and those were in the mountains and I was kicking rocks all day. That's what damaged my toenails. So if you're having problems with your toenails, you either need to get them cut back, or you need to really go, and that takes me into number three, get properly fitted shoes. You really need to have proper shoes for you. In the lower mileages, you really don't have to worry about your feet swelling as much, but you can. I mean, it can happen. Heat, all kinds of things can affect that. So you really need to think about allowing your foot to have some room to grow in there. Socks, make sure you have proper running socks, and that you've been fitted by a proper running store. Not going buying off-rack shoes at some department store. You need to go to a proper running store and have somebody who knows what they're doing. Just because it's a proper running store doesn't mean they know what they're doing. Get a gait analysis, get a foot strike analysis, and get a proper shoe for you. I ran in off-the-rack shoes for a couple years, and I dealt with plantar fasciitis, hip issues, knee issues, back issues. When you run in the wrong shoes, you can really hurt yourself. So really, really take care of your feet and get proper shoes for you. Doesn't matter what I wear. I don't even like talking about what I wear that much because it doesn't matter unless you have the same exact issues I have with running. Foot strike, gait, and all that. Really doesn't matter. Number four, now I see this one. This next one kind of makes me laugh sometimes. When I go to a marathon and I see people overdressing. I see them in sweatpants with a hat and gloves and jackets and like a waist bottle carrier with like 17 bottles in it and goos all over you. You're not going on a 1,000-mile race. There's no reason to wear all that. You're in a race that has aid stations. You don't need to have all of that on you. I'm a minimalist, so I'm definitely going to come from that side of it. I would like to go out nothing but shorts, running shoes, and no shirt, and my handhelds. That's, to me, is all I need. Now, for a marathon, I'll go out and I'll, depending on the weather, but Marine Corps Marathon's in October in D.C., so it's cold in the morning. But you don't need to wear an outfit that will get you through the tundra. Don't overdress. It makes you hotter, and it degrades your performance. Number five, don't take on too much too quickly. I know saying you put down big high numbers, it sounds cool, but you want to have a longer career in running. It's taken a long time for me to get to the mileage that I get to, and my mileage doesn't even come close to some of the elites. Those guys are insane, running 100+ mile weeks. Insane. The highest mileage I've ever had is I think I hit in the high 60s. I run 40 to 60. That kind of connects to something I'm going to say later in this. Everyone's different, so don't take on too much. You don't want to get hurt, and that's what will happen if you take on too much too quickly. You'll get hurt, and then you'll be one of those people that said, I remember when I ran and it hurt my knees, so I can't run. And you keep running, and your knees are going to need to be replaced. Don't do that. Just build slowly. Take care of yourself. Number six. I can't say enough about this. I tell this to everybody I know who runs. Foam roller. Get one of these. It saved my running career. I had hip issues and it just were driving me crazy. I roll out my IT band, my glutes, my hamstrings, my lower back. I just do it for a couple minutes a day. I no longer have those issues at all. I was even having those issues after switching shoes sometimes. This helped save my life. So get you a nice, it will hurt, and everyone says, I can't do it, it hurts. Listen to me. it's worth getting the foam roller and doing it. Get through the pain. Believe me, it will change your life. Number seven, lube. Can't say enough about it. If you've not lubed and had to pay for it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You don't want to be the guy, well, I guess gals don't really have to worry about that in the race, but the guy who has bloody stains coming down the front of his shirt because he didn't lube. And you don't want to be the guy who has his crack on fire because he didn't lube, or some of the other issues that you can have by not lubing. Just lube. My shorter distance, I don't really do it, but anything over an hour of running, you have to lube. You just don't want to even deal with it. Trust me. Go buy lube. It's not embarrassing. You need to do it. Especially when you get in ultra running, we are very open about it. You'll see people almost drop trowel and lube themselves up barehanded, and then eat after them after they go through the aid station. Just how we do. I don't know. Lube. Number 8. Listen to your body. This kind of goes back to what I'm saying before. We're all an experiment of one. So know you. I can tell you everything that works for me might not work for you, and everything that works for you will not work for me. We don't know. But you need to keep track of what works and doesn't work for you. And that kind of goes into the next one. But you really need to take care of your body. If you feel something hurt, try to learn the difference between hurt and just a little sore. Now, we all run through soreness, but you don't want to run while you're hurt. Getting that extra workout, I know some people are so anal about getting their workouts. Oh, my workout said I have to run 7 miles today. You know what? If you're hurt, you run that 7 miles and you hurt yourself more, guess what? You're going to hurt your race. Rest is just as important sometimes, if not all the time, as getting that workout in. Believe me, your body will tell you everything that it needs. You need to learn to hear it and listen to it and act upon what it needs. Number 9. This one is near and dear to my heart. It's one that I've struggled with my whole life. Watch what you eat. Just because you're running does not mean you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. This sneaks up on me all the time. When I ramp my mileage up really, really, really high, and then when I taper off of that after a race, I have a tendency to gain weight because my body is firing. It's just burning. It wants food, and I just keep eating it. But guess what? I'm not putting in the same mileage, so I'm not burning the same amount of calories, and my weight will go up. Between March and April of this year, before my 24-hour race, I kind of tapered off a little bit because I was getting a little bit injured. I was listening to my body, and I put on 10 pounds. 10 pounds. Just from eating. I love food, and especially when I get used to eating a lot and not having to worry about it packing on. You need to watch what you eat. Just because you're running 3-4 miles a couple times a week doesn't mean you get to eat an extra 7,000 calories a week. You will gain weight. I know you'll feel hungry enough to eat it. Just don't do it. Watch what you eat. Stay as light as you can in running. It's easier on your joints. Now, number 10. Learn from your mistakes. Those of us who have run for years have learned all of these things through trial and error. We didn't pick up some magic book that told us everything and we were able to do it. We're all an experiment of one, but you need to learn from your mistakes. Keep track of the things that work for you, like nutrition, shoes, mileage, training plans that you use for races. Just keep track of that and learn from them. Learn what doesn't work for you. But just because I say it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And just because I read and watch the elites talk about their stuff doesn't mean it's going to work for me. I've read all of the elites books. I read them all the time. Some of the stuff will work for me and some of the stuff will not. See, I've learned that I can function between 40 and 60 miles a week. That's me. Some people that might seem a lot, and some people that are going to say that's not enough. But that's what works for me. That's what keeps me injury-free and keeps me a happy runner. So we're going to make mistakes. We just need to learn from them, guys. All right. That is all I have, guys. I hope this is beneficial to those of you who have never heard it before, and those of you who have heard it. I hope it helps remind you that we all go through the same struggles, and you know what? Got to keep learning. This is an evolutionary thing. We learn as we get older. I'm not the same runner I was 10 years ago, but I'm a smarter runner, and I think I function a lot better by the things I have learned. I appreciate you watching. Please, if you have any comments or concerns or questions, comment below. Leave them. I'll answer every single one of them. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.